right? Andre, what's up, family? And if they know that you have any doings with Victor Conte, right, aren't they going to pay even more close attention to you? You highlighting yourself.
Spit it out. Come on. What else? What else? Come on. He's trying to figure out what to say. Come on. Come on. Figure it out. Think about the words.
You putting the bullseye on yourself. You highlighting yourself.
Oh.
You putting yourself under the microscope.
You're putting yourself under the microscope for hanging with Victor Conte. I want to play that last part again. Y'all, I think y'all missed that. Listen.
You putting the bullseye on yourself. You highlighting yourself. You putting yourself under the microscope. Because everybody's going to be, Chris Esperon was good. Everybody's going to be looking like, oh, you with Victor Conte? Oh, I'm definitely paying close attention to you.
So then I have a question for you. Question number 5, Mr. Blueblood Sports TV. When you talk to Bill Haney, if what you saying is true, that anybody that associate with Victor Conte is going to have a bullseye and a target on their back and more scrutiny for being suspicious, why didn't you ask Bill Haney the real question of why did he walk his son in there to get his son on the SNAP program with Victor Conte, if what you saying is true? That's the 5th question I asked for Blueblood. If what you saying is true, that anybody associated with Victor Conte is placing a target and a bullseye on their back just for the mere association of being around a guy who has been a known steroid dealer and cheater in all sports that we know of, why didn't you ask Bill Haney, Bill, why did you walk your son into the snack building and get him signed up to a program that associates himself with Victor Conte? That's question number 5. We gotta stop letting people get away with the buffoonery. That's question number 5. We need answers. Because the last time I checked, Mr. Blueblood, you kept sneak dissing me. You and other content creators that don't like me and other Terence Crawford fans have been discrediting me and disrespecting me and disregarding me and dismissing me because all I did was challenge the reason why Terence Crawford, Devin Haney, Caleb Plant, Andre, and the rest of them associate themselves with Victor Conte. And you all have heard me say time and time again that the mere association with a guy like Victor Conte will get these fighters in an environment to be discredited for their wins, even if they're not guilty of using PEDs. Hello? I make too much sense when I talk. It's not about being smart or dumb. Just pay attention to what people say. Listen to this guy.
So if you're doing anything, you would want to stay clear of Victor Conte.
If you're doing anything, you would want to stay clear of Victor Conte. No, you wouldn't. That's dumb. You would stay close to Victor Conte because he knows how to beat the test. He said it himself. And also, he said that insulin growth factor 1, long R3, is the most powerful PEDs in sports, including boxing. He said it's readily accessible, and this is what he told Jason Whitlock, and there is no testing for it, and it's undetectable. So if that's the case, how do you know if anybody's using it? How you know if anybody, and that was the question I asked for Victor Conte. If it's so readily accessible and available, then and undetectable, and there is no test for it, how do we know that Victor Conte is not giving it to his fighters under his snack program. So how can Blue Blood Sports TV say what we just heard him say? Double salute to my guy, Andre Smith, member of the channel, supervisor of the Road to Take film crew. Asante L, I'm making too much sense. Zoo Gang 12, I'm making too much sense. Double salute to my guy, Jake Sir 72. I'm making too much sense.
Right? You're going to stay clear of Victor Conte.
Question number 6. If that's the case, Mr. Blue Blood, then how come when you talk to Terence Crawford in the 7-Eleven, why didn't you ask him then? Because he was with the snack program when you haphazardly saw him in 7-Eleven. Remember you said you seen, you said that you seen Terence Crawford and you talked to him in 7-Eleven. Why you ain't ask him about the snack program then? And why he associated with a guy like Victor Conte if what you saying is true? That's question number 6 for Mr. Blue Blood. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You don't want to run into Victor Conte problems because you know the history of Victor Conte. Ralph, the one was good.
You don't want to run into Victor Conte problems because you know the history. Question number 7 for Mr. Blue Blood Sports TV. Since he said you don't want to run into problems with Victor, you don't want to run into any Victor Conte problems because of his history. Well, then how come when Victor Conte was here on this channel, he told me and all of the audience, when he was asked who called who by Mr. Greg Quarterbaum, did you call Terence Crawford or did Terence Crawford call you? Victor Conte said that Terence Crawford, where my phone at? Here you go, right here. He said Terence Crawford called him on the phone and said, I know your history. You don't have to sell me on anything. I want to be down with Snack. I'm in. So if nobody wanted Victor Conte problems based on knowing his history, then how come Terence Crawford called him and acknowledged, hey, I know your history. Yeah, I know your history, and I don't care about that. I want in. Where do I sign up? Double salute to 2 Cents Boxing. She was here. That's why she just said in the chat, I want in. That's what Bud said to Victor. That's what Victor Conte said. So how can you say what you're saying, Blue Blood? You're not making any kind of sense, bruh. He said you don't want Victor Conte problems because you know his history. But Terence Crawford confirmed that he knew Victor Conte's history and he didn't care. Bill Haney knew Victor Conte's history and he didn't care. Sean Porter knew Victor Conte's history and even he didn't care. Should I go on? I will. Caleb Plant knew Victor Conte's history and even he didn't care. Demetrius Andrade knew Victor Conte's, should I go on? History and even he didn't care. Andre Berto knew Victor Conte's history and he didn't care. Willie Monroe Jr. knew Victor Conte's history and even he don't care. You want me to continue? Because that's enough fighters right there. Okay then. So if everything you're saying is true about knowing Victor Conte's history, Blue Blood, and not wanting a Victor Conte problem, then why they keep going over there, knowing his history?